I'm here. Hi, guys. I'm just waiting for my iPad to show me that I'm here so I can make sure that you guys can see. Oh, do. Come on, little YouTubes. It's thinking. It is thinking still. It must have like a case of the Wednesdays because I don't know. I'm talking to myself. Let's see. Come on, YouTube. Oh, YouTubes, come on. Tell me if you guys can see me. Can you see me? Oh, here we go. Oh, my heavens. Wow. That's interesting. That is interesting. There we are. Hi, you guys. Hi. Okay, good. Wanda can see me. That's so interesting. There's about I don't know, I'd probably say maybe like a 30-second delay, I believe, from when I start. And then I think from when you guys can see me, because that's how long it takes me to see me. And I have to see me, so I know what you guys are seeing when I'm doing my thing, and you can see me and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyhow, hello, happy Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, right? Tonight we are here for I say weekly-ish. If I'm traveling, not so much, doesn't happen, but so weekly-ish. I am here live on my YouTube channels on Wednesday nights, and we are looking at new products that I have brought into my website. So that is what we are here to do tonight. There's a couple things that I need to mention. Well, really one big thing. If you are shopping, I'm leaving town tomorrow. So I am all caught up on orders. Obviously with the exception of there's 2 pre-order project kits that are still out there that have not started shipping yet. So that would be Love My Dog and Love My Cat. And then also the brand new Tim Holtz ink color that I won't have. It's going to, looks like it's going to get here Friday and I will be gone. So there's been a big red bar across the top of my website now, I think for about 10 days, because I wanted to make sure that everybody saw it. I will be gone starting tomorrow. Orders will not start shipping again until February 13th because I get home late that Friday night. So if you have things in your cart and you have been ready to click buy or purchase, I don't know, whatever it is that you do when you get there, and you want whatever it is prior to shipping on the 13th, then it's a really good idea to do that now because I will have everything shipped out before I go. That's assuming that you don't send me an order like at 4 in the morning, although I'll probably still get it out because we have a little bit of time in the morning. Anyhow, just wanted to say that because if you guys are like me, once I hit add to cart and once I hit buy and once that money goes, I want it. I want it right then. So you may not want to wait until, mid-February. All right. So let's see what we have. Hi, Amy. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Laura and Rena. Rena's from Montana. Oh, yes, Rena. I love it when Rena pops on and I see Montana because as soon as she says Montana, I remember she lives about 90 minutes from the Yellowstone Ranch. Well, not the Yellowstone Ranch, but the ranch that's on the show Yellowstone, which I love. Anyhow, always fun. Mimi said, how was your scrapbooking weekend? And Mimi was at one too. It was fun. A lot of fun. In fact, this was one of the big projects I needed to get done while I was there. I'll show that in a sec. But there was a lot of working on work projects as opposed to playing with Lail projects. So that's okay. I got a few things done from the Lail project side, but mostly work stuff. But that's okay because I'm traveling a ton this month and I needed to take kind of that 4-day weekend, which it was for me, take that opportunity to get some things, work things done since I'm not going to be here. Anyhow, so yes, it was fun. And Mimi, I hope you had a great time as well. Hi, Denise. Nice to see you. Denise is always a hoot. I have to read this, you guys. Denise always said, she said, hello, everyone. What are we all buying tonight? She's like, oh, goody. What am I buying tonight? Anyhow, I found it just fun to get on and show you guys new products because, again, if you're like me, when you see something online, it's a little bit hard to get a feel for it. But if I show it to you, then you get a good feel for what it is and whether it's for you or not. If you're watching live, there's a live chat that takes place. I see it over on the right-hand side of my screen, depending on what kind of device you are viewing the live on. You may or may not see that chat, but chat is a great place for questions, to pop in and say hello. You'll notice sometimes when people ask questions, they put it in all uppercase. So as soon as I flip the camera and we start going, if I happen to glance up and I see all uppercase, then I'm like, oh yeah, that's a question. And I answer. That's how I saw Mimi's question about how the scrapbook weekend was when I just glanced over. Wanda said, that's okay, you need a break. Ms. L placed an order yesterday and it shipped today. Totally forgot you were traveling. Yes. Now, I generally try to ship things pretty quickly. Again, that's just me, because if I was buying, I would want it quickly. But right now it's same day shipping. So orders that were placed this morning also shipped today, which just got to get them out. Got to get them out before I go. Hi, Marilee. Nice to see you. Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Melanie, Dawn, Sherry at Sherry Lynn's Farm Girl Miscellany. Oh, that's a mouthful. Lurking in the background, but I'm very glad that you joined us. Freedom Deep. Oh, that's a new one. I don't think I've seen you before. Hello, welcome. Mimi, you said, can I email you tonight to add to my order that won't be shipped till you get back? Absolutely. You guys, if you have an order that had one of the 2 remaining pre-order kits on it, so Love My Dog or Love My Cat, those will not ship out till I get back. They are still mid-design, so that's been the plan all along. But if you want to add to your order, just shoot me an email and I can add to it on the back end and email you an invoice to pay. Easily, you click a button and you pay. So super easy. But yes, Mimi, you can absolutely do that. All right, you guys, let's dig right in. I still have stuff to do tonight. I have clothes laid out, but not really packed yet. But then I also got back on Sunday night. So like all my toiletries and everything are still packed. Don't worry, I've showered and done all the things in between. But if you didn't know, I travel so much, I keep a whole separate set of toiletries that literally I just pick up and in the suitcase. So still in the suitcase. So I'm a little bit packed, just a little bit. Freedom Deep, I love it. Freedom Deep says, I'm coming out of lurk mode. Thank you for coming out of lurk mode. You guys know I love it when you come out of lurk mode. So I'm going to rotate the camera, turn off the overhead lights, turn on the studio lights, and we'll get going, okay? Let me rotate the camera first because I will rotate and you guys can maybe you can look at some of the fun things while I am walking across the room. Hi, Tammy. Oh, I better turn on the studio lights before I turn on the overhead lights or it will be quite dark. It will be quite dark. All righty. Let's get the overhead lights off so we don't get a shadow. Okay, so let's jump right in. Very quickly, I'm going to move that out of the way. Plug in. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Thank you for standing in for Colleen. She always reminds me, so thank you for doing that. And we are now plugged in. Okay, so I have full flip through videos of both of these project kits on my website. So I'm not going to flip through them, but I will just show you that they are now done and shipping. So this month, well, not this month, the month of January, I had 4 brand new project kits. Everyday Life Captured, Winter Wonders, Love My Cat, and Love My Dog. So these two, Everyday Life Captured and Winter Wonders have started already shipping. The class for this one happens mid-February. So if you order prior to class, no worries, you can always watch the replay. But this is a really fun one. And it is a little clear acrylic album. And it is divided up into sections basically for each month. So you can do a little kind of journaling if you'd like, a little bit of documenting, adding your photos, but lots of really fun kind of interactive elements in this little guy, little doors and things. I kind of played with something this weekend. I'll just show you really quick. It is a, where is it? I'm not really flipping through, I promise. It is a 3D, it's like a 3D little doodad, okay? Well, so here's a little door, and then look what happens when we open it. Whoop, that little card kind of pops up. So lots of fun things in that one. Karen asked Winter Wonders, what kind of album, Karen? Here it is. This is a chipboard album from 49 and Market. So the chipboard album is the base, so it's basically the white cover. And then you have kind of little signatures that are attached inside. So that piece is part of it, that is part of it, and that is part of it. So it is a 6x8 album. This one, you guys, oh my gosh, I had so much fun with this. There are so many interactive things. And all of this right here, we're building on our own. So folds out, folds out, folds out, folds out. Anyway, tons and tons of interactive things, and you can see full flip throughs of both of those brand new project kits here on my YouTube channel. Karen, do the signature pages come out to work on? Do the signatures? They do not. They are hooked in. They are connected. With all of my mini book project kits, there is a class that come along with them. So I put the project together with you step by step. So as I was working, I had no problem working on all the signatures as they were connected, and in class we'll kind of do that together. All right, so that's the first thing I just wanted to get out of the way. Now we'll look at some other fun things. Okay. I have been carrying some products from Bobo Design Studio now. I want to say maybe about 9 months. Started out with some of their washi. So Bobo Design Studio, a woman-owned small business located in California. They do. Angie is the owner of the company, but she does amazing work, amazing artwork. So I started out carrying some of their washi. And I just thought I'd show you this because this is going to tie into something that is brand new here very quickly. The washi, one of the washi, a number of their washi, or Angie's washi, Bobo Design Studio, they are postage stamp washi. So look at that. This one in particular is a national park washi. Okay, national park. So like you have Yellowstone, Old Faithful. That is that Half Dome, I think. Anyhow, a really fun national park washi, and she does all the illustrations. So I wanted to bring that national park washi up because she now has a new passport. So her passports are very cool, and she has them available in 4 colors, and I carry all 4 colors. There is a gray, there is a pink, there is a yellow, and there is a navy. So one of the things I was hoping to do this past weekend was work on my passport. And I did not get a chance to work on it, but I've got a bunch of things in here. It's a very cool book that is a flat lay, so you can work on it while it's laying down, but it just has kind of some pre-configured things on the pages for you to document your travels. So very excited to work on that. The reason I bring this one up though, the Wonderlist passport, is because she just introduced, I just got these yesterday, brand new, a national parks version of the Wonderlust passport. Okay, look at that. I'll take this little, oops, I've got a whole bunch of my things in there. Let me cut this off. Gloria received the live captured email, but no kit yet. So Gloria, it depends on whether you, if you ordered other things with it, maybe if you ordered other project kits with it that were still on pre-order, like Love My Dog or Love My Cat. If you did not, then it already would have shipped. You should have received an email with a shipping confirmation email with a tracking number. If you don't see that, check your spam or junk folder. After all of that, if you still don't see anything, shoot me an email and I will help you. All right, so look at the National Parks Edition. What is so cool about this, as we dig in, you have a trip index, you have a travel wish list, and then look at this. 63 national parks in the US. She has little illustrations for each of the 63 national parks in alphabetical order. So the idea behind those little illustrations, as you visit those national parks, it also comes with, included, a sticker book. So you have, I think, 8 sheets when I counted them, but all 63 national parks. So those are the same illustrations, but now they're color and they're little stickers. So you can pull up the little sticker when you go to Arches National Park and put it over Arches National Park when you go. So that is the beginning of the book. You have all 63, but then you have a 2-page spread for your national parks. So up here, this follows along kind of the similar design style that she's done in her Wonderlust passport. So you have the date, park name, location, latitude, longitude, elevation, temperature, day trip, camping, hiking, cycling, campsite, trail name. But then look at over here. national parks cancellations. If you do not know what a national park cancellation is, I will show you because I have these now, bunch of things loaded in my book. When you go to a national park, at least in the US, I don't know if this is true for international, each national park has a little stamping station. That is a national park cancellation. So you can take this little book with you and stamp your little cancellation right there. So very, very cool. And in this case, I didn't have a book, but when I went to the national park, when I went to Zion in March of 2021, I just took a scratch piece of paper with me into the visitor center and stamped a bunch of those. So if I, for the national parks I've been to where I didn't have this book, then all I do is cut that out and put that right there. What's really fun about that too, those of you that are national park aficionados, you have these things too, the national park stickers. So I always pick these up when I go to the national parks with postcards and lots of different things. So I will be using these stickers and the cancellations to kind of do my little documenting of all the national parks that I go to. If you are not familiar with Bobo Design Studios, you'll see this Wanderlust Passport, the National Parks Edition. You will see that in the What's New section on my website, linked in the description of the video. And there's some examples. So you can see with this particular product how Angie has kind of decorated her pages to give you some ideas. I'm not there yet. Well, I just got this one yesterday, so that's why I'm not there yet. But as I start working on this, then I will start showing you some of my examples too. So those come together, the sticker book and the National Park edition of that passport. Also, this particular passport has a really nice, it's not a hardcover, but it's like it's coated. So if you're throwing it in your backpack, if you're at a national park or something like that, is protected. These guys kind of have a little bit of a faux leather effect to them. Then I also brought these in because I couldn't resist. Also Bobo Design Studio. Look at that, National Park Nerd. That is a vinyl sticker. So you could put that either in your book or you could put that on, your water bottle or your printer or whatever you put things on. So new from Bobo Design Studio. This I'll just show you really quick because these. This is another sticker book, not new, but I brought them in when I brought in the Wanderlust passports. But lots of her little hand-drawn illustrations. She does a lot of hand drawing in hers, her own personal ones. But you have lots of little illustrations and things like that to play with as well for your travels. Okay, so there we go. Next up, let's go a little bit generic. I found these from Freckled Fawn and I thought they were so cute. Disregard that says alpha stickers. Those are not alpha stickers. Those are Puffy word stickers. So just to give you a point of reference, like the one that says memory is, almost 4 inches long. Adventure is almost 4 inches long. So these are pretty good size. Those of you that are scrapbookers working on 12 by 12 layouts, these are a nice size for your titles, but they're not too big because they're 4 inches that we could also use them in our traveler's notebooks or Wanderlust passports or what have you. And they are, when I say puffy, they are like super thin puffy. So they're not too thick that we can't use them in our traveler's notebooks. All right, so those are called Words Puffy stickers. Oh yes, Carmen said she learned about the national park cancellations, those stamps, when she went to Antelope Island. Antelope Island, I think, is a state park here in Utah. Not a national, but a state. But a lot of the state parks have them too. This little guy, I think I was using this on our last Saturday together. This is a pad of 50 transparent sticky notes. So right now it just looks like a little plain old boring little pad, right? But let me show you. I'm just going to grab my little planner out here. And I had already written on top of, I had cut that one off because sometimes if you don't need one that is a 3x3, I'll just cut them off. So that is a thinner one. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Mom. Are you leaving? Yeah. All right, see you, Sammy. Bye-bye. Bye, Lailers. Bye, Lailers. That's what you're, okay. That's our younger son, Sam, who just stopped by for a bit. And, he's grabbing some things. I'm sure they know who I am. Well, some people might not know, sweetie. You never know. Never assume. All right, anyhow, sorry, had to mom for a minute. When If I don't need something that's large, like a 3x3, I just cut them. So I've got two little smaller ones there, and those are just sitting on my little tablet. But look, this is a transparent sticky note. Watch what happens when I put it down. Well, that's probably a bad example. I probably wouldn't put that there because you can't see it. It's transparent, right? If I put it, let's say I put it over here. There we go. Now you can see. This is a transparent sticky note. So that, I just use my like regular old ballpoint pen, and it works super well on there. If you are getting those, or if you have them, I would recommend that you experiment first with your different types of pens, because as we all know, all pens are created. Not all pens are created equal, right? Not all pens are created equal. So I would test it first to make sure things don't smear, or test it and let it dry for a bit just to make sure you're okay. But yeah, transparent sticky notes are kind of fun. Layers. This is funny. It's funny that he said layers, because layler in my world means something totally different. It is a term that I think some friends gave me, coined for me when I was in college, I want to say. And you guys are familiar with these. Sometimes I go off on tangents, right? Like that's where our little Scatter the Squirrel comes from. Sometimes it takes me a really long time to tell a story. And by the time I get to the end of the story, people are like, yeah, that's it. Those are called layers. So that's kind of funny that he called you guys layers. I don't think that he meant to do that, but I mean, nothing bad about it, but that's kind of funny. All right. So those are the transparent sticky notes. Next up, let's look at some new stamps. Now, although I am working on new stamps, Lail by Mail stamps, they are in the final design stages, so I don't have any of those to show you yet. Hopefully end of February-ish. Carmen said, well, in my case, he is it wrong, right? So these are stamps from other companies that I carry. Some of you have, I showed a couple weeks ago, a couple of stamps from the Paper Curator, and those would have been like the rainy day stamp set, and that's the stamps to kind of log the weather, like in your traveler's notebook or on a trip, in your Wonderlist Passport, your traveler's notebook, what have you. There's the big 6x8 holidays one. There's the Happy Mail one, but this is a new one. This one is called Binge Worthy. So for those of you that like to binge your shows, right, this stamp set is kind of all about that. And I guess you could be binging. Now we think about watching TV, but you could be binging podcasts. You could be binge reading, right? It just depends on whatever it is. So you have 3 different devices. You have a phone, you have a laptop, and then you have a TV / I guess that could be a computer. And then you have recommended by, romance, cartoon, anime, comedy, sci-fi, horror, binge this, I'd rather be, took me, and then you could say, you know, weeks, month, you're watching season 4, couldn't stop, on my list, reality show, crime drama, chick flick, and then you have kind of a little rating scene here. So that is a really fun one if you have shows that you like to, or books or podcasts that you like to binge watch or read or listen. Yellowstone, right? That's what I would do with that, because we binged that one. Yep, it sounds like Ms. L snagged that one. All right, next up, this is a stamp for bullet journaling. So some of you are very familiar with bullet journaling. You have your little grids, you have your numbers, you have your days of the week. And if you're doing any kind of habit tracking, you have lots of habits here. So exercise, gym, yoga, reps, warm up, you have gratitude. So maybe you want to note either mentally or write it down, something that you're grateful for every day. So you can do your little check mark, meditation, self-care, appointments, habits, just lots of things. So if you are into bullet journaling, that is a really fun stamp set to kind of help you do that. Oh, I love these. I was so excited about these. I will tell you, these two definitely made it into, well, I can't say really my cart. They made it into my special Lail pile. So from Dear Wildflowers, also does the affirmation stamp set. So I think that one's sold out again. It's been in a couple times, and I'm waiting for them to come back around, because right now I'm not seeing them where I order them from. But anyhow, these two, look at these. This one is called, I think this one's called outdoors or the great outdoors, but look at those little illustrations. I just fell in love with them. Like, look at the little mountains, and you have the pine trees. You have get outdoors, you have a fire, you have some signs, you have some trees, a tent, a picnic basket. Love grows here, fresh air, beautiful new day, colors of spring, full of life, a little like tin cup for your coffee or tea. Anyhow, a really great one for the great outdoors. And again, back to that Wanderlust passport. If you're doing any kind of camping, that would be really fun to put those two together. All right, so this one is called Summer to Remember. One of the things that drives me nuts when a product like this comes out, maybe it's called a Summer to Remember. Maybe that's why that says that. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember Summer to Remember, but there's nothing anywhere on here that tells you the name. But this one is summer. Again, look at the illustrations. Look at the bicycle. Every summer has a story. That little camera. Those of you that live more on the East Coast, Nick, those were great new stamps. Just add your 2 cents, honey. That's really funny. He probably is like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I'm just going to type it. One of these days, I'm going to make him use the things, right? See how he does with that. Anyhow, those of you that are on the East Coast, that looks like, well, what I see when I watch Beachfront Bargain Hunt or something like that on HGTV. That reminds me of a beach house on the East Coast because it's on stilts. But anyhow, little VW bug with suitcases on top. The beach is calling, little beach chair and umbrella, airplane. Anyhow, really fun as well. Okay, next up. This set, hi Karen. Yes, stamps. This stamp set, Carmen, he should teach a class one night. I know, I think we should make him. Wouldn't that be a hoot? That would be a hoot. Rena said he gave his stamp of approval, right? This set, you guys, is called Lily. I think it's called Lily. Again, no name. I'm pretty sure it's called Lily, but you'll see it in the news section on my website. How fun is this font? That is a 4x6 stamp set. Very fun and whimsical. You have a mixture of some uppers and some lowers. So some, like for example, the D only has an upper, but look, the A has an upper and lower. The E has upper and lower. I was thinking, oh, the I, the O, and then the U. I was thinking maybe all the vowels had upper and lower, but the U doesn't. So really fun, whimsical for your titles and things on your traveler's notebook lists. Look at the numbers though. Aren't those numbers fun too? So anyhow, I think those are called Lily. All right, now these two do have names on them, so this is easy. Jumbo number stamp, Ellie Studio. Because that is a 6x8 stamp set. Look at those giant numbers. Look at those. So let's grab my ruler and I will tell you. Those measure about 2 3/4 inches tall, and they're going to be about 1 inch wide. So these are super fun, even if you're making lists. I mean, you could have a 1-page list that said 1, 2, 3. These would be really fun for your December daily type projects or birthday cards with just big numbers. Then you have like the first 1 ST. You have like the 6 TH, RD. RD like road? Third. Oh my gosh, Lael. Wow. The blonde is really showing tonight, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm like, RD, what is that? Road? Like the third, 3 RD, third. And then that ND would be like 2 for the second. And then you have number. And then you have that giant little hashtag. Pound sign, I think. Pound sign. That's how old I am. It reminds me of like back in the day when you were checking your email or checking your voicemail and they'd say, hit the pound sign. Hi, Denise. Yes, ND. I know, Ms. L. Yes, second. Wow, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one now. All right, the last new stamp set, this one is also from Ellie Studio. This one is called a month stamp. So this guy has 2 different versions of your 12 months, kind of an outline version there and a script or kind of scripty font there. You have 3 different styles of numbers. If this is intriguing to you, I encourage you to go to the website and take a look at some of the examples. I have not used this website yet. However, Ellie Studio, when I order, they have examples on their website that I then pull into my website. They did some of the coolest things with this little block down here. Really, really cool. So Yeah, Karen, totally. Very reminiscent, similar to the months die cuts, the 2023 months die cuts. That would happen to be hopefully in here, because hopefully I put them in the way in their proper container. Let's see. Those have been super popular. You guys have really enjoyed those months die cuts. Oh, Lael, where are they? Okay, so apparently I didn't put them away in the proper container. Anyhow, that's all right. If stamping's not your thing, look at the 2023 months die cuts on my website, because they are. You're totally right. They are very similar, but larger to that font, and then also that script font. Okay, so now let me put that away, because always got to put the things away as I look for things and I didn't put them in the right place. All right, so last two things I want to show you are actually collections. Hi Bernice, nice to see you. I totally missed that when I was looking at Karen's comment. They look way, Mimi, YouTube, they look way bigger than 1 inch. Which ones? Which ones? 1 inch. These? Did I say inch on those? 3 inch. These are 3 inches, almost 3 inches. So about 2 3/4. Yeah, these guys are about 2 3/4 inches. So this is a 6x8 stamp set. So large, large, large. Maybe the width, maybe that's what I was saying. The width, okay, maybe a little wider, probably maybe 1 1/8 is about the width. Yes, about 1 1/8 inch is about the width on those. Although that one's 5 is a little closer to 1. Yeah, 1 inch wide, about 3 or 2 3/4 tall. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at 2 collections from 49 Market. Okay, we're going to start with the pink one first. This is called Art Options Rouge. Okay, Art Options Rouge. Let's start out by looking at the paper. So this is the 6x8 paper pack. Beautiful, like we always expect the products from 49 Market to be. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Their papers are a nice sturdy cardstock. So they are much thicker, much sturdier than your regular like 6x8 scrapbook paper, you know, from a scrapbook or from a paper pad. So everything double-sided. In the paper packs, you have 3 each of 9 different patterns. So they're 3. And then on the back side, a really subtle kind of pink rosy. Colors are so vibrant. So there are the next set, and there is the next set. That green, really pretty green on the back. This, I can't wait to use that, because that to me just screams, put a list on me. That's a great spot to put a list with that nice little decor on the bottom. And then a good kind of coordinating solid. Also great for a list. This one screams, write a list next to me with that going along the side. Oh, yeah, sorry. Look how cute that is. That's kind of the shape of a heart. And then on the back side, a nice ombre. Isn't that, Mimi? I know, it is stunning. Stunning, stunning. Then you have that one. This would also be really pretty for a list. You could have a little bit of that in the upper right corner. A nice dark red. So Karen said, I will never understand why so many multiples in those packs. I don't know, Karen. I do not know. I do know, especially when it comes to 12x12 scrapbooking, a lot of people like to have 2 sheets each of every pattern, because if you are doing on a 12x12 scrapbooking, sometimes you want the same background on both pages. And I guess that could be said for listing too. If you wanted to do a list that's 2 pages, you might want to have the same pattern along the left and the right. But the other thing about having those nice solids on the back, if you wanted to use both of these, now you have that, and then you have one more as another option. So maybe that's why they do it. Oh, there you go. Scrapinology said people that participate in swaps need multiples. Yeah, if you have crafty friends, one of you buys this one, another one of you buys another one, and then you just split them up. This, I love those butterflies along the edge, and a really pretty kind of tone-on-tone polka dot. That is stunning, that plaid. With that kind of reminds me of wallpaper, like vintage wallpaper. So a smaller, kind of a smaller pattern And there is that green version of the pattern. Not on that side. So that is the paper pack. What's really cool about what 49 Market does, they make everything in the package usable. So that is the front of the, I think that's, well, that's the front of the package. And on the back side, look, you have a pattern paper. And then I think this one is the back of the package. And so those are little cut aparts. So you can use all of the pieces. You can use all of the pieces. All right, so that is the 6x8 paper pack. Next up, we are going to take a look at the laser cut elements. So we've looked at the laser cut elements in the past from some of the 49 Market collections. The laser cut elements, people are always like, well, what's the difference? Why, if I buy the die cuts, why would I want the laser cut elements? I just need one. Actually, no. The reason is, and I'm going to open both of these right now. On the left, I have the laser cut wildflowers. On the right, I have the laser cut elements. So these are literally laser cut. So look at the detail, and I'm not going to pop these out fully, but look at that. That fine detail that you can get in a laser cut that you just can't get in a die cut. So if I had one of those leaves in a die cut, it would be much larger, and it would have, well, it wouldn't be larger, but it would have more surface area all the way around it, because die cuts, you can't get the same effect that you do with a laser cut. So those are just gorgeous. So you have 4 sheets, and these are 6 by 12.5 sheets. Look at that giant piece. Look at how intricate that is, laser cut. Isn't that just so beautiful? So these are great for layering, and they're also great for just using on their own. So those are that side, the left side, the wildflower pieces, and that has 98 pieces in that one. Then we have the laser cut elements. This is where you see a lot of that really fine detail. Look at that. Look at, like, those are like almost little crocheted. Doesn't that look like little crocheted, like a little nice border? That, again, look at, you can see my skin through there. That kind of detail you cannot get in a die cut. So just really beautiful. Look at the frames. Oh, just stunning. Postage stamps. Look at that. That is a ribbon. I mean, that looks like that laser cut ribbon. I got to look at that. That laser cut ribbon, if you saw that on a project, you would never in a million years guess that that wasn't ribbon. Let me pull that out. Look how cool that is. Isn't that awesome? Like, literally, that is ribbon. Yeah, they look very real. So that is one of the sheets, or actually 2 of the sheets from the laser cut elements. And then these are the other 2 sheets. They're just, look at, just absolutely stunning. Just beautiful. All right. So the one we just looked at, those were the laser cut elements, and the one on the other side, those are the laser cut wildflowers. All right. So now that we've looked at the laser cuts, let's look at the die cuts. Hi, Nancy. Nancy said, hi, all. Lael just finished doing your February Traveler's Notebook Kit. Love setting up my TNN. As always, loving your new products. Thank you, Nancy. I'm glad you hopped in. Yes, you guys, this is the 3rd night. So Monday night, I was live, and we did the February setup for the Winter Traveler's Notebook Kit. Last night I was live. We did the 2023 Year in Review Traveler's Notebook Kit. We did that class. So here we are again. Let's see. Karen, thank you. Karen reminded us, hit the like button if you're watching. Yeah, that's super helpful, you guys. That is super helpful. Joe Disney fan said, missed her reminder. We'll have to watch replay to catch beginning. No problem. And of course you can do that. All right. So now we have the die cuts, 94 die cut pieces in this package. You guys look at that. That package is like 6 by 8-ish. I mean, you've got some really good sized die cuts in here. Look at that. So that is a really good example of the difference between a die cut. See how in the die cut you have all of that kind of white around it versus I think we had something similar in the wildflowers. Aha, look at. That'll give you a really good, there's a really good side-by-side comparison, or up above and down below. Die cut on top and then the laser cut. So just, yes, much more intricate. much more intricately detailed. All right, so die cuts, lots and lots and lots of goodies in there. What did we say? 90 something, right? Yeah, 94. So I am just going to pop these out. Don't worry, if pink and red is not your thing, Nick, signing off, time to pack. I think that was a hint for me. I think he was telling me I needed to sign off. He's already packed. Okay, because it's so easy for men to pack, right? So easy for men to pack. But look, I'll just show you lots and lots of fun, good things there. Oh, that just reminded me. I borrowed something from this pack because we will be listing on Saturday 11th, but we get home on late on Friday the 10th. So I already had to do my little flat lay and everything. So I'll grab something from there, another thing in this collection. But look, lots of little tickets and labels. So very different. Other than that large flower, your die cuts are going to have very different pieces than those die cut elements. So lots of great things. And you can see the size variation. I mean, look at, things start to get big, which is nice. Look at, you've got those frames, those little centers that pop out. But look at that, even that. This could even be a great background on a traveler's notebook, or if you're doing 12 by 12, look at those. Those are like little envelopes. So you could layer those and they're a little bit kind of a deckled edge. Those would be fun. Oh, look at those big guys as well. What I love that 49 and Market does, again on their packaging, look at, what did he say? No hint, just the facts. Yeah, whatever. Smarty pants. But even at the packaging, look at that. You can totally cut up the packaging and use it in your projects. All right, so those are the die cuts. Next up, these are not part of the Art Options Rouge collection, but these are also from 49 and Market. These are super cool. There are 78 pieces to each of, what does that make it? 36 designs, right? 36 designs. Look at these. These are acetate pieces. Oh my goodness, I love these. Again, look, the packaging. You can use the packaging. But, oh, there's some very loud dog out there. Look at those, you guys. Look at that clear acetate. Isn't that cool? If you are unsure how to adhere acetate, these are pretty opaque on the back. So you could use your tape runner. You could use a glue dot. You could use a little like tiny attacher stapler. So lots of things that you can use, but you have those wonderful leaves in different sizes. You have lots of also the little kind of transparent butterflies too. So that is a beautiful pack. Again, to each 38 designs for, or 36 designs for 72 pieces. I'm very quickly going to run out of trays here. Let me just get these out of the way so we can keep on keeping on, because I do need to pack. Well, I do need to pack, and I also am going to need to pack some orders, I think. All right, so then, Howie, we have, I want to show you, one moment, un momento, por favor. There are chipboard words. Chipboard words, a whole pack of chipboard words. So let me open this little guy up. You can see I already dug into this, but look at how fun those are. Great size for our traveler's notebooks, but also if you are a 12 by 12 scrapbooker, or you do 8.5 by 11, but there aren't too many of those out there, or even your mini books. So really fun. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So I'll just show you the back since I've already opened those. Those, there are 51 pieces of die cut chipboard, non-adhesive. But there you go. Lots of fun little hearts and word strips, and then the big titles. Let's see. Joe Disney fan said, question, not that this is included in tonight's live, but when will the class be for the dog album be? I did pre-order that one. I'm so excited. Joe Disney fan, offhand, I do not have my calendar in front of me. Oh, actually, maybe I do. Let me see. Let me see if I wrote it down. Everyday Life. Okay, Everyday Life is scheduled for Monday the 13th. Winter Wonder is scheduled for February the 21st. Oh, there we go. Love My Dog is scheduled for Monday the 27th. And Love My Cat is scheduled for Tuesday the 28th. I have not sent out the emails yet for those. So watch for those. I think those are also on the website. I try to, when I put out a new project kit like that, I try to put the class date on the website. That was actually a suggestion from someone a number of years ago that she said be really helpful when I'm ordering, so I know if I can make the class live or not. Even if you can't make it live, you can always watch the replay. Let's see. Joe Disney fan said those words are great and so easy to add to scrapbook or traveler's notebooks. Yes, I agree. Karen said 49 and Market seems to win on the designs right now. She's been a Simple Stories Felicity Jane girl, but now that Felicity Jane is no more, she's thinking of starting a small collection for 49 Market. Yeah, they do beautiful work. Beautiful, beautiful. And Scrapbook Sister 70 said, 49 and Market is becoming one of my favorite scrap collection lines. Yes. Now, with that said, I'm going to show you guys two things. Well, they're both really cool, but one is like so amazingly cool. This is not the so amazingly cool. It's cool, but not so amazingly cool. I say it's not so amazingly cool because they have done these before. I'm just going to, but this is with the Rouge collection. Okay. So here, this was part of, I don't remember the collection from 49 Market, but the Postage stamp washi. And they've been doing the Postage stamp washi now with all of their collections. So this is the Postage stamp washi that is part of the this Rouge collection. Let me just pull it out so you can see. I do not want to. I just had manicure today with new gel put on my nails, and I do not want to, I don't want to mess my nails up right before I go on my trip. Okay, look at, although with gel it usually doesn't. Look how fun those are. So you can use them all in one strip. Talk about a super, oh, thank you. Yes, that's the sherbet. Spectrum sherbet, Pamela. You are dead on. That was from Spectrum sherbet. But look at that. You could use all in one piece connected. That would make it the easiest list. Or even a 12 by 12, whatever kind of crafting you're doing, just put it right down there and do your writing next to it or decorating or what have you. But they're also fun to then use as like little postage stamps, like postage stamp washi, perforated, so you can tear them and use them as their own little individual pieces. So that is the postage stamp washi from the Art Options Rouge collection. Now, this is what's so cool. These are called washi tape stickers, okay? Washi tape stickers. So I'll show you how awesome these are. I believe there are 13 different stickers on this roll, and they repeat themselves. I think it said every 13 inches. I'm trying to remember right now. So I'm going to be gentle as I pull this apart. Okay, see that? Looks just like a regular roll. It kind of looks like washi, but you're like, that's a lot. What the heck am I doing with that? Well, looky here. I can peel away. I think this is the easiest way to do this. Peel away the backing. Instead of trying to peel off the sticker, peel away the backing. So you kind of reverse it. There's a song about that, right? Like something, something, and reverse it. I don't know what that is. Anyhow, so if I peel those off, now look how easy these stickers peel off. And I probably use my, oh, my other tweezers are still packed. These are my old gunky ones. I am going to use my tweezers though to pull that off. Look at that. How cool is that? Now here we go. There we go. There is my washi sticker. Isn't that so cool? Very fun. They're a little bit, just a tiny bit transparent, translucent. I don't know. Let me take this little guy and I'll show you because that one is a pretty dark color. So there we go. So I just put that across one of the lines on my little composition notebook here. So on that lighter color, you can see it's a little bit translucent. But you have with this, let me just cut this off because I don't want this to now cause a problem. You have 13 different, 13 I believe, 13 different stickers, and then they keep repeating themselves. So let's see where we start. Well, here we go. So we start right here. Oh no, it's every, or maybe it's every 13 inches. I don't know. I think it's every 13 inches. So starting here and then repeats itself starting there. Isn't that fun? Very, very fun. Karen said these are beautiful in person. She was so impressed with them. Yeah, these are beautiful, stunning, stunning. Nancy said she has some of like this from the washi shop. She loves them. Yeah, they're really fun. It does kind of look like a rub-on, Pam. You are right, but you know what? Much easier to use than a rub-on, right? And I think rub-ons have improved drastically over the years, but back in the day, sometimes we'd be ready to pull our hair out with a rub-on. Okay, so there we go. Now, that is the Art Options Rouge collection. There is another collection that is going to have all of the same products in it. Karen said that washi would be great for swapping. Exactly. Everybody gets like the 13 inches, so you get all of the little patterns on it. Okay, so that is Art Options Rouge. So now we're going to take a look at, take that tray out and bring in another tray. This one is called Tranquility. All right, so Tranquility, we will start Vintage Artistry Tranquility. So if the kind of red and pink isn't your thing, these are a little bit more subtle colors. Oh my gosh, stunning. Again, that's the packaging. So these are the chipboard words, a nice little font, nice little cursive font, time you, best, always shine. So you have a little bit of pink in there, but then you also have a couple of different tones of blue, your mint, and so forth. So lots and lots of pieces there, 51 pieces of your chipboard shapes. And then those you just need to use a little bit of adhesive or liquid glue or a glue dot because those are not self-adhesive. Alrighty, next up, let's start with the paper, right? Let's start with the paper again. Let's see. Missy Elliott. Thank you, Joe Disney fan. Yeah, I just didn't know. Work It. That's right. I just didn't know what song it was or who sang it. Denise said, where do I get my trays? You know, it's so funny. Every time I pull those out, I get asked that question. These are actually lids to containers from IKEA. And I do use the containers, but these are the lids. So I guess that's Kugis. I don't know, Kugis. But that is the product number right there. But they don't only sell the lids. They also sell the containers as well. But those are the lids to those containers. So I'll leave that up there for a sec if you are looking for that. They actually come in the containers in a whole bunch of different sizes. So I have, this is the biggest size, but I also have the like 3 other sizes too of smaller. Just because I was going to throw them away, the lids. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Wait a minute. This is awesome. I can totally use these. I use some of those containers packing your orders because some of you have large orders and I need a large container to kind of put everything in. All right, Vintage Artistry Tranquility. This also 28 sheets, 3 each of 9 different patterns plus a kind of fussy cut element sheet. Super beautiful for spring. Isn't that just stunning? I love, so this is Katie Pertit. Katie does, I believe the majority, I don't know if she does all, but she does the majority of the designs for 49 and Market. And she just has such a knack for that, right? All the layers, making it look like there's ink on there and gesso and I don't know, all the mixed media things that I don't know what they do. I don't know how to use them, but I love how kind of they look when they're done. So this is a way that we can get our mixed media without having to get our hands dirty, right? All right, so there's the back side. Beautiful blues. Now I'm totally mixing these. Look at that one. Again, look at, that is screaming, put a list on me, put a list on me. Right there in the center. Nice, just kind of neutral on the back side. So this will give you a feel for the beauty of the collection, that Vintage Artistry Tranquility. Some pink, beautiful, really nice kind of neutral-ish pattern on the back. That one, this one, yes, Bernice said love the soft colors, absolutely. This is very reminiscent of the Spectrum Sherbet that came out last year with the butterflies working their way up the left edge. I did a list using Spectrum Sherbet with that. Oh, I'm so excited. I just today sent off my last 2 Traveler's Notebook inserts to be photographed for the idea book. So it is coming right along, friends. I just had to finish. There were some lists that I didn't finish back in March of 2022, so I had to finish them. Anyhow, you'll get a really good feel for that beautiful. Look at that. That is just stunning. The blue roses. And then the blue, light blue. Another beauty. Ooh, that one. So that is intended to be used as a horizontal or a landscape. You could use it portrait though. I think you'd be fine using it portrait. All right, and then there's that fussy cut element sheet. Terry said, I just had to get the 49 in Market Rouge. Love the Tranquility too. Yeah, they're both beautiful. They're beautiful. And you know what? They're both great neutrals, right? A lot of times we are trying to, you know, we have our lists that are very springy or for Christmas and things like that. But a lot of cases we need just neutrals for whatever kind of lists. And a lot of times the 49 in Markets collections are great for those neutrals. Okay, so here you have the acetate leaves. These are the eucalyptus version, as opposed to the rouge version that we saw earlier. But oh my goodness, look at, these are just so beautiful. Isn't that stunning? I love that kind of clear acetate. My throat's getting dry. So we should see the similar, or not similar, same designs that we saw in the rouge. It's just that these are, look at that. That totally looks like, what does that look like? Eucalyptus. Pamela, are you going to use them for lists or like you do a book too? These I will use on my lists. For sure we'll use on my list, Pamela. Yeah, the leaves are really cool. Let's see. Karen said, oh, good. Karen looks like has been wanting I just read that really quickly, a traveler's notebook cover from Felicity Jane. And I have carried those for a while. Felicity Jane is now no longer. And I got what I have. And once they're gone, they are gone. Yes. I knew you meant, by the way, Karen. That's funny. But yes, Karen, I'm so glad that, you know, you treated yourself. So good for you. If you'd wanted it for a long time and you finally said, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to be able to find this after much longer since they're no longer producing products. So good for you for treating yourself. All right. Sometimes we need to be treated, right? We need to be treated. We should treat ourselves. All right. Let me just put those off to the side. Those are the eucalyptus acetate leaves. All right. Now we'll come over here. We have the wildflowers and the laser cut, just as we saw with the rouge. So I'm going to keep the wildflowers on the left-hand side, just like I had the other ones, so we can kind of keep them separate in our little minds. All right, so look at that. Like, look at that piece right there. I mean, that laser cut, you just can't get that look from anything else, really. Well, I guess you could fussy cut, but you'd be there 20 hours and 6 days later trying to get something like that so intricately fussy cut. Pamela, I think I answered her, didn't I? Am I going to use them for lists or like you do a book too? I will use them for lists, Pamela. I will definitely be using them for lists. And I think that's the question. So I missed another question. For sure, let me know. And you guys, here's the thing. If I miss a question, like Karen just said, hey, see Pamela's question. For sure, it's okay to point it out because if I missed it, I missed it. Let's see. What did I just miss? Also, I don't know. Okay. It's beautiful. Hi, Valerie. Nice to see you. Oh, I know. Somebody was saying something about Tim Holtz's new color. I think, where did I see that? Yes, that would go beautifully. That would go beautifully with this. Okay. So, those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful laser cuts. Those are the wildflowers. And then this is the other. These are the other two sheets. Oh my goodness, look at those. That's just stunning. Like, that is so realistic. It's like, ooh, be careful. The thorns on that are going to poke you, right? Gorgeous. Okay, so those are the wildflowers. And then on the right, we have the laser cut elements. So these always incorporate some flowers, but then not sunflowers, some flowers, but then also incorporate lots of other elements. Like we have the tickets, we have some keys, we have some locks. Oh my heavens, look at that thing. That is so beautifully, intricately cut. Some stamps, so lots of fun things there. Oh, here's like our hand crocheting. Is it called? Because that's not knitting, but it's crocheting. But it's crocheting with, it's not crocheting with yarn. It's, isn't that like crocheting? What is that called, you guys? Those things, when people make those. I don't know if that's crocheting or what that's called. Anyhow, it's stunning. And those laser cuts just are gorgeous. Look at the little window pane. All right, so those eyelet, yeah, eyelet? Okay, so those are the laser cut on the right and the wildflowers on the left. All right, we're wrapping up. We just have 3 more things to look at. Crocheted with thread, tatting. I think that's what I'm thinking. Yes, tatting. Not tattling, tatting. I need another. Well, you can also find trays like that from the dollar store. I have lots of trays because when I'm designing, the first thing I do is dump out the bags of things and then start kind of grouping things in like types of items so that my mind can kind of get my mind can get my arms around. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? All of the like things so I can see how I might use them. So I use lots of trays. Butterflies, tickets, word strips. This tray is not big enough. Some fun hearts. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at that, the viewfinder reels, right? Tattling, yes. Tattling would be Nick's department, very clearly. Oh, I'm sure he'd like to share all kinds of tattles with you guys. Look at those 2 viewfinder reels that you just punch out the little insides. Those are so fun. Now, for me, if I was doing a 12 by 12, I would use that whole thing. But like on a traveler's notebook, I would just use like part of it. I'd have part of it bleed off the edge. So lots and lots of goodness in the die cuts. And we looked at before, we talked before about the difference between the die cuts and the laser cuts. All right, those are the die cuts. Now, last 2 things we're going to look at, the exact same things that we ended with when we were looking at Rouge, the washi stamps and the stickers. So let's come back. Oh, I don't want to do that there. That's way too messy now. Here, we'll do this here. I think we did this last week 2 weeks ago? I don't remember, when we were doing Stardust and Garden Shop. All right, so this is the postage stamp washi from Vintage Artistry Tranquility. Oh my goodness, that's a mouthful. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is stunning, right? Gorgeous. I'll pull that up so you guys can see it. President of the Tattling. Yes. Look at that. Isn't that so fun? Again, you could use it as a strip, or you could use them as little individual pieces. Embrace all that is you. All right, so that is the postage stamp washi. And last but not least, we have the washi stickers, washi tape stickers. So exactly what we saw in the other one. Let's see if it tells me. 1 roll, 5 meters. No, so 13 is in my head for some reason. I think they repeat themselves every 13 inches, I want to say. All right, so here we go. Again, with the others, the other that we saw, it's easier to remove the background as opposed to trying to remove the sticker to start. All right, so we'll get a good feel for that. Oh, aren't those so pretty? I love the clips. I love the flowers. I love the butterflies. All right, so again on this one, we will come in and that's just what is holding it together. That one came off that way because there was some extra adhesive holding the end of that roll together. So that one will just go by the wayside, but we will pull off that backing again. And then we have all of our cute little individual stickers. Now what's fun about this too, maybe you're going to a crop, or like Karen said, this would be great for swapping or sharing with friends. Maybe you don't want to take the whole roll with you. Don't take the whole roll, just cut a strip. No, let me deal with that. So just cut a strip and then take that strip with you. So let's start out with that beautiful, let's use our tweezers again, with the beautiful rose. Really pretty rose. Washi, so super thin, a little bit translucent, transparent, so we can see a little bit through. And then let's do one of these little clips. And then you'll be able to see a little bit better. You guys know me and my clip stamps, so that is a lot of fun. Those will be really fun too. Either clip a little list to, or you could even do something like that and make your own. That'd be cute on a little tag. I heart you. Whoops, that was really messy. Let's try that again. I heart you. Whoopsie. I looked like I maybe had a little too much to drink there. I didn't have any. Let's see. Is that a grayish green rose? You know what? No, it is definitely green. It just may look a little bit, depending on what device you're watching on, it may look a little bit gray, but it is not gray at all. It is very much like a minty green. All right, you guys. So there you have it. Let me, I'm going to turn on the overhead light. I am going to turn off the super bright studio lights. I'm going to flip the camera and we will say our goodbyes. Okay, so here we go. We're going to rotate, 1, 2, 3, rotate. I'll try to keep that straight if I can. Yeah, definitely a little bit more of a green tone. At least that rose was. There's a pink rose too. Yeah, that is, see, it's looking more, yeah, it's definitely looking gray. It's not gray. Or at least when I see it in my phone, when I see it back at me, it's not gray. Definitely more of kind of a minty, but it's not like a real bright minty. It's a little bit more subdued minty, if you know what I mean. Okay, friends, so there you go. Those are the new things that are recently added, have been recently added to my website. There is a link in the description box. There's a link to the description box below to the What's New page on my website. If you go to my website right now, hit the big red bar at the top. That big bar is telling you that I am going to be out of town. But normally it's a blue bar, and normally it says, click here to see what's new. So it still takes you to what's new, but just says something different, which I will recap one more time. If you missed at the beginning, I will be out of town starting tomorrow, February 2nd. I get home late on February 10th, which means there will be no order shipping during that time because I'm the one that ships. So when I am not here, then there's no one to ship. Hopefully later this year that will change, but right now that's the way that it is. If you are placing an order, today is February 1st. If you're placing an order, get it in. Do me a favor. If I want to stay married, don't send it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. because I'll be frantically wanting to try to get orders out, and then Nick is going to be ready to bop me upside the head. He'd be like, we've got to go. So if you are placing an order, do it now instead of later. Otherwise, your order will wait and ship on the 13th. They'll start shipping on the 13th when I get back. Excuse me, let me take a quick look at the chat to see if there are any questions. Otherwise, I will sign off. Other than to say we will be listing on Saturday, February 11th. I did what I needed ahead of time. So I'll be sending an email out next week, but everything will be ready to go. And my lists are even ready to go. I know exactly what we're listing, and I have the things on my list, so that'll be good. But we will be together on the 11th. There's no listing this Saturday. This Saturday is the 5th, so we will not be listing this Saturday. Saturday the 4th, we won't be listing because I'm out of town. We also will not be doing a What's New Wednesday-ish next week because I will be out of town. Okay, guys, Mimi said thank you. Have a great trip. She didn't say thank you. She said have a great trip. Thank you. Safe travels. Thank you. Yes, we'll have awesome time. All right. I don't think I missed any questions, you guys. I don't think I missed any questions. Denise said we need a stamp that says oopsie. It always makes me laugh when you say that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, you guys, I don't think I missed any questions. If I missed a question, if you have a question, the easiest thing is to just go to my website, click contact us, and type your question, and I will receive an email and I will respond back to you. So you guys have a wonderful I don't know, today's the 1st. I'll see you on the 11th. Have a wonderful next 10 days, and I hope to see you on the 11th. If not, we've got a couple classes coming up, so watch for the emails coming out either later this week or next week on those. All right, friends? Thanks for tuning in tonight and letting me show you what's new and sharing the excitement of the new things with me. And I will see you guys soon, hopefully soon, somewhere on the interwebs or on a class or here on Saturday listening. All right, guys, thanks.